Yo guys, what the fuck is up? I'm Chance, this is Coffee with a Chance, and I'm gracing you guys this morning with another coffee review, and it just so happens that I got this coffee from Misto Box, which is a coffee subscription service that I've been talking about in the past in all of my recent videos. I might have even vlogged about it, because they're that dope, guys. Like, you literally tell them everything you're looking for in a coffee, you rate the coffees they sent you before, and out the other side of this complicated algorithm they have spits out the perfect coffee for you guys, and I could not recommend that anymore. It's cool, makes coffee drinking so much easier. It shows up at your door every week, 2 weeks, or month, however much you drink coffee. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And what they sent me today is from roasters called Colectivo Coffee. They are based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And when I started looking into Colectivo, the first thing I noticed is what they call session coffee, and that's their certification for their philosophy on how they roast and how they source their coffee. So what that means is whenever they're roasting, they're hand roasting their coffee, so they could spend the exact amount of time and effort it needs to get the qualities and the flavors they're specifically looking for out of that coffee. And they do say that most of their coffees are a lighter roast, so it can bring out more of those distinguished and really defined flavors that you're not looking for in those dark roasts that are just so overwhelmed with the heavy body, the espresso flavor, and those just notes of coffee that you'll taste in pretty much every dark roast. These coffees, and yeah, I have been reviewing a lot of lighter roasts, and that's because in the specialty coffee scene, that's more what they're roasting it to. That's the level they roast it to, because a lot of these coffees have these very unique flavors that you won't see in just any coffee. So that's what they're trying to bring out more than anything. More than that really rich coffee flavor that you could find pretty much anywhere. They're trying to bring out these unique flavors that you aren't really able to see in most other coffees. And I was definitely able to notice that in this coffee. One of my complaints is whenever I do get a lot of these lighter roasted coffees, it's not that it lacks a balance, but it's just the body is so thin that the acidity almost powers through a lot of the initial taste, and even more so through the aftertaste. You're really not allowed to see exactly what they're trying to bring out in the aftertaste of the coffee. You feel more of that tanginess on the back of your tongue. Yeah, guys, let's see it. Let us see the beans. What do we have to see? One time. And one thing I have to say about this bag is it is legitimate, guys. Like, I looked at this. There's nothing that special about it, but I looked at it and I'm like, damn. I know I'm going to be drinking some straight Colombia Paso Fino coffee. That is one thing I'm not doubting. Alright, guys. I'm going to find out some way to put a close-up of the beans here somewhere to accommodate you guys. But as I'm looking at these, how I would really describe these beans is they have strong notes of floral scents and things like that. It doesn't really have that heavy espresso or full-bodied scent to it like a lot of the darker roasts do. Instead, it is showing a lot more of those distinguished and unique flavors that you don't see. So, sniffing it, there is definitely that small base of caramel that pulls everything together. But to complement that, more than anything, they have these floral notes and these notes of sweet citrus. It wasn't like the Stumptown coffee I had where it was very sweet citrus. It was more of a tropical fruit flavor, kind of like pineapples, things along those lines. And that's the aroma that's really coming out in the beans. And I can see exactly what they were trying to pull out of this coffee. They are looking for a lot more of that sweeter tone to it. And I'm not sure, guys. It's just one of those things, like, a lot of the times when people look for coffee, they're looking for something that they expect to smack them straight in the face, like to stand over them and just to absolutely curb stomp them in the next week. And when I smell this coffee, that's not something I'm expecting. I'm expecting a very light, mellow feel to it. Alright, let's see, guys. I'm going to take a sniff. I will see you on the other side. So after sniffing it, it does bring out a lot more of that caramel body to it once it has been brewed, but it is still very depicted by those floral notes, the notes of sweet citrus like tropical fruit, but it's also bringing like this almost smoky type of aroma to it, very subtle. Like, it's definitely not something that I would describe the coffee as standalone. Gonna take a sip. Yeah, so definitely the acidity to it matches the roast it is at. Like, I took the first swig, and the first thing I felt in my mouth was this buzz on the side of my cheeks, on my tongue, that just coated everything, and it's just like, damn, that's fucking acidity. I don't know, but yeah, some people like that, some people don't. I don't really have an opinion, but you could definitely tell that they were trying to bring out that really bright feel and taste to it. It's odd. One of the tastes I would describe is, you guys know those like tart fruit roll-ups, not fruit roll-ups, the long ass ones that are like 3 or 4 feet, but I'm talking about the ones that come in like squares like that. They have like a wax parchment paper that they're stuck onto, that they're just tart as shit, guys. You know what I mean? Like, you taste them when you're in first, second grade, and you're like, what the hell is this? This is sour as fuck. That's kind of what I would describe that as. It's not that sour, but it definitely has those notes to it, which you can tell, like, if they didn't roast it any longer, it was going to be sour as shit. It kind of tastes like a warhead. I'm going to take another sip to make sure. Yeah, because the longer I keep the brew in my mouth, the more of the tanginess I start to feel starts to build up, and you're like, damn, this is becoming tart as shit. It's odd to describe this coffee, guys. Like, I was definitely expecting the tanginess from how light of a roast it was, but that's how I would characterize this coffee more than anything. The tanginess, the floral notes, the very high citrus taste in it, and the sweetness to the aroma. It's odd because the tanginess, you don't expect it to have that sweet of an aroma, but the sweetness and the aroma is what actually pulls it all together. You could definitely taste it in the flavor and the feel of the coffee, but more than anything, it's prevalent in the aroma. Yeah, guys, this is Colectivo Coffee's Colombia Paso Fino coffee, and I actually forgot to go the specifications. This was grown in Colombia, Cauca. I'm pretty sure that's in the northwestern region of Colombia. Don't quote me on that. And then it is also grown out of the Huila region, and I actually have no idea where that is from. This is a single origin coffee grown about 1,500 to 2,000 meters in elevation. And yeah, guys, one more time to go over this. This is a very sweet coffee, and it doesn't have the fullest body whatsoever, and how I would describe it, it is very characterized by that tanginess and the acidity that it provides from being a lighter roast. Yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for me. And one more time, I will say, if you guys are looking for some easy way to get some nice coffee, sign up for Misto Box. They send you pretty cool things all the time. This was a 12-ounce bag, and they'll send this to you however often you need it, a week, every 2 weeks, or a month. And yeah, it's all pretty decent stuff. It's all really high quality. Like, you'll look and you'll smell all of these very unique flavors and these unique aromas that you won't be able to find if you go to Vaughn's and get some Folgers or even Illy coffee, for the matter of fact. Like, I don't know, they do something really cool by providing all these unique flavors that just gives someone the full coffee experience that you won't be able to get unless you go to these unique areas and you're looking for this specialty coffee. Yeah, guys, that's it for me. Once again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed any of this, or even if you're just here watching. If you got to this point, like and subscribe, because why not? Like, I'm gonna post this stuff every week, probably sooner, But yeah, guys, until next time, I will see you, and this has been a nice coffee review.